All right, lesson number 2 coming this week on some more volume. Now we are going to make one adjustment here at the beginning. These are triangular, square, and rectangular prisms, but there's a little bit more on the triangular and square side because there's some different types of them. Okay, so for instance, this triangle we're going to talk about today is a triangular pyramid. Okay, what makes it a pyramid and not just a triangular prism? A triangular prism would be a triangle shape all the way up, but you notice this comes to a point, okay, like a triangle would, but a pyramid because the base isn't going to be the same. So that's going to change a little bit on how we do this. So we'll start with that one and we'll talk about the others as we get to them. You're like, why you got 2 formulas there? Well, because there's 2 pieces to this. To find the volume of a triangular pyramid, we need to know the value of the base, this triangle right here, times the height, and then like we had with our cone before, we're going to be dividing by 3. However, we don't know what that base is. It's not a singular number. That base, to be able to figure out this part, okay, we do our area of a triangle. 1/2 the base, 6, times the height. Okay, we're just using the 2 legs. We're not using the hypotenuse here. Hypotenuse is always the longest side. Helps us to remember that. So 1/2 base times height, 48 times 1/2 would be 24. So that's the value I'm going to use over here when I actually find the volume. So my volume would be base times height. Okay, where do I get the height of my pyramid from? Divided by 3. 24 times 10, I put that in the calculator, is 240. Divided by 3 is 80. We are still talking about volume, so it's 80 cubic yards. These are weird, okay? That's why, again, I only have you do a couple of them, and I want you to have the formulas right there just for you to start seeing this a little bit and taking it into play. Is this as monstrous of a part of your geometry? Not as much. This is getting into some of the higher level type of math, but I want you to get a little bit of intro to it, and with no pressure, I thought it's a great time to be able to do that. And so we would do that on the last 2 that we're doing for these as well. Again, get your 1/2 base times height first, and then you're basically just multiplying it by the height and dividing by 3. So, little contrast here. Move this over a little bit. Here we have our square pyramid. I wouldn't have been able to fit all this in my title if I tried anyway. Another pyramid, again, comes to a point at the top, but I notice there's a square down there. So, how does that change things? Well, I still need to find the area of my base, which on a square is just squaring one of the sides, since all the sides are the same. So side squared, you could call it a squared if you want to, times the height, okay, to get us our triangles there, divided by 3. Because again, anytime it's something triangular, a cone, a prism like this that's triangular or has a pyramid to it, is going to get that divide by 3 portion. So let's see here, side squared times h divided by 3. Oops, Hardy needs to learn how to type things in on the calculator, but you saw nothing because I don't have it on the screen right now. So I got, hopefully you got the same thing. Oh, not on the screen. That's not helpful. 196 cubic feet. Again, with these, we're not having problems with order of operations. We can just type everything in, no matter what type of calculator we have. So that would cover us for 4, 5, and 6. And then I saved the easy one for last. Who knows why I did this? Hopefully you kept watching after that first part and didn't say this is too hard. I'm just going to skip all of it. If you've made it this far, you've made it to the part that's easy now. Okay, a rectangular prism. Straight up simple. Length, width, height. Doesn't matter which order I do them in. Nope. I could call this length, this width, and this height. I could call it this length, this width, and this height. They're all interchangeable. Just make sure that you hit one of each of them, and you wouldn't do 7 times 7 times 7, because then you're covering the same thing all 3 times, and that doesn't really help very much at all. Okay, and a couple of more of those to play with. So again, I'm going to kind of start wrapping the geometry this next week or so, and that last week and a half that we have together, I just want to get a couple of basic things getting you ready for Algebra 2 next year, where hopefully we get some normalcy involved here. But as usual, again, a little later in the week, maybe you've got the quiz coming up in your regular geo, maybe you've got some questions. Again, if you just give me a little bit of time to work with, I usually can help you find a pretty good plan for that. So keep up the good fight, and we'll see you next time.